Matt by popular demand. This is Matt and Matt. All right, so let's start off with the NFC Championship game. We've got the Packers and the Bears, the NFL's oldest rivalry. Matt, what do you think is going to go down in this game?
Well, again, made a great point. This is the oldest rivalry in the NFL. Right now, NFC, the hottest team, you got to say it's the Packers. This is a team that is guided by Aaron Rodgers, a guy who's been throwing darts out there. I think he's about 72% completion rating in the playoffs, and one of the best players right now in the playoffs, bar none.
He's played tremendously, that's for sure, but I'm going to focus on the defense, and I think that's the reason why they get it done in Chicago, a team they played twice already this season. They split games. It's been the home team actually losing, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it has.
And hey, I don't think this one's going to be any different. I like the Packers to go into Chicago, a team they played in the last week of the regular season. I think they're going to win, and it's going to be because of the defense.
We like the defense. We like the corners. We like Tremont Williams. We like Charles Woodson. We like the defensive line. We like the linebackers, the attacking schemes they have. Jay Cutler did show us that he has a little bit of mobility, but I don't think it's going to last against the Packers. I think the Packers are out for blood. They're going to the Super Bowl.
And I like them big, so take them against the spread.
Next game on the docket
is the Jets, baby. We've got the Jets playing in Pittsburgh again. They played them in Week 15. They were successful. They returned that opening kickoff for a touchdown. That player may not play. Otherwise, on the other side of the ball, for the other team, Polamalu is going to be in the game, but you don't love Polamalu.
I was watching the Baltimore game. I watched it twice this week. Saw a lot of things I didn't like from the Steelers in that game. One of the things is that Polamalu did blow a few coverages. He did allow a touchdown. I don't know if you remember. This was on a third down, I think, to Ray Rice, or it may not have been, I'm not sure. But it was close.
And hey, the Steelers converted a 3rd and 19 with 2 minutes left to beat Baltimore.
Is that going to happen against the Jets?
I don't think so. The Jets are too strong on defense. Rex Ryan showing why he's one of the best defensive minds in the game. The Steelers in the regular season only beat one playoff team. And the Jets are a very hungry team. They're a veteran group. They've got speed on the corners and on offense, and they've got a Hall of Fame running back.
What do we say?
Great offensive
This is how hungry we got. How many years without any Super Bowls, without any merchandise? On
this is going to be their fourth AFC
Jason Taylor, 14, 15 years in the league. LaDainian Thomas, and these guys are starving.
Absolutely.
Cromartie even. This guy, he's got to feed his kids. He needs that money to win the Super Bowl. We got Santonio Holmes, who was a Steeler last year. And he was making the big plays for the Steelers. Who's going to come up big for the Steelers? Well, they do have some great weapons on the wide receivers. However, you gotta love the cornerback situation from the Jets.
And hey, Roethlisberger's tough. He's got 2 Super Bowls. He got punched in the face this year by Richard Seymour. He had a broken nose. He plays through everything. The Jets have to get after this guy. They got to bring him down. They got to cover these fast receivers.
It's going to be a close game.
And Wallace.
It's going to be close.
It'll be very
and it
well
might come down to
played.
special
Let's
teams.
go Jets.
Some people are saying, "Well, I don't like the Jets because of Nick Folk." I don't like Nick Folk either.
It's a hard place to kick.
But I don't like Swisham. Like Swisham was cut from the Redskins last year. All right, you got
earlier
2 teams,
in the season.
Special teams. I'm going to call it a wash. I'm going to say this is going to be a close game, and I like the Jets.
I like the Jets, so we're in agreement. We like the Jets and we like the Packers. We're not going to do a separate installment next week, so let's just go based on these teams. Who are you picking to win the Super Bowl, Matt?
If I put gun to my head, Jets versus the Packers, I'm going with the Jets. And I'm not going to guarantee Sanchez is going to have an MVP. All things being equal, Sanchez not getting knocked out of the game, we're calling it Jets Super Bowl.
I'm also picking the Jets. If they can get there, they'll definitely win. Let's go Jets. We'll see you next year.
For our show. We'll see you next year, 2012. A lot of big things planned for that year. We're going to have a video game, bubble gum, playing cards, all
Look out for the draft show. We'll see you in the preseason, the regular season starting in week 1. And we're going to have a great 2011. This was great, and we look forward to sharing more shows with you then. Thanks, George.
Thank you. Thanks for George.
Hopefully, if there's no lockout. That's great.